What's up, GERO 200, spring 2023. So this is your introduction video. It kind of serves as a YouTube quick video, how to get an A kind of syllabus kind of video, all right? But I do want you to download the syllabus and to look through it thoroughly, okay? Do me that favor. All righty, so this is a great course. It is the best course you will ever take at USC. It's the most applied, it's the most useful. Everybody needs to learn the information that is in this course, and you'll be able to take it to task right away. We share the duties in this course, so we have a couple of co-instructors, Tara Mastro, my wife Julia, and I. We all have our own strengths and specialties, and that's the beauty of this course. This course is completely asynchronous, and you'll be receiving emails, and you'll also see posted in the announcement page videos that will walk you through each assignment. Okay, so it's a usually about a 30-minute lecture where we go through the material with you. It can be reading, it can be interactive exercises, and we're going to explain to you why it's important. Uh, I'm a big USC guy. I've been here for 30 years. My wife Julia went to USC Law School. Both my boys went to USC. I'm wearing my USC colors right here. Check that out. All right. It's not a USC t-shirt, but close enough. Okay. This is one Surfos t-shirt from Costa Rica, and Julia and I teach this unbelievable May Messer class down in Nosara, Costa Rica. We're doing it again this year as well. So check it out. Okay. All right. So what you need to do with every class, okay, is you do need to take a look at your syllabus. So you just click right here, okay. All right, you're gonna go like this. It's gonna pop up, all right, and there you go. You have your Word document, all right. Now I like to look at it this way, and so that's the way it is. Okay, so there's a course description, why this is so important. I'm not gonna go through that. These are our objectives. We like to lay it out there for you. There's the objective in terms of life skill, and there's also the objective for a school of gerontology. Every program has its programmatic objectives, and we actually get accreditation through an accrediting agency, like many programs do, and so that's what this is all about, okay? You need to be familiar with Blackboard, and that's what this is all about. There's lots of resources at USC, and we provide links with statements about all this, okay? So please go ahead and look through this, all right? So then we get in here, and we see um, the nuts and bolts, okay? And I'm gonna go through this in Blackboard. We have two short papers, about 3 to 4 pages, okay, called critical thinking assignments, taken up by figures, and that's why they're about that long, usually about 2 pages of writing. And we have the due dates listed right here. You don't want to be late. You'll see that late assignments have 10% taken off. Um, Everything is submitted through Turnitin, and just do your own work, guys. We've been doing this a long time, and it's pretty easy for us to know when you're copying somebody else's work, and we bulldog it. So not only do you get an F in the assignment, then but retroactively I go down. We can hunt down the person who you copied the work from, and they can get an F from, say, a year ago. So we can just change their grade. So you don't want to go there, and you learn by doing, and that's why it's important for you guys to do this. Make sure you're doing your own work, okay? We have weekly discussions, okay? We have a couple of midterm exams that are completely online. One of the best assignments in the world, this interview paper where you sit down with your parents or your grandparents, your auntie, your uncle, whatever, and you apply all your newfound knowledge from the class to an interview that you do with them. And it's really cool because you get to know the person at a whole different plane, at a different level than you ever talked to them before. And you find out some really neat information, okay? Alrighty, so this is the breakdown. So this is kind of a marathon, so no one thing is gonna break you. But you do have to stay on task, okay? We're gonna see how we had these discussion and quizzes every single week. So you calendar it up, guys. And that's all you gotta do. Um, we give out lots and lots of A's, okay? Because if you do the work, you get an A, all right? You don't do the work, it comes back to bite you in the behind. Alrighty. Here's the information about just dealing with integrity and appeals and all that kind of stuff. And this is just kind of legalese that every syllabus has. You know, the university does this to make sure everything is covered. Okay, here's your support systems. These are hypertext links that take you to any of the issues that you see right here. And then we see down here, we have everything dialed in terms of weekly assignments. Okay, so the topics of the week, here's the first week. Okay, you have your weekly homework. So you're going to have reading assignment, okay? And then you see after you've done the reading, and it tells you right here, you can do part one, I'll show you how that works. Then you do a discussion, you do a quiz, okay? You do a discussion and quiz once a week, all right? Just like clockwork. And you see that we have the assignments labeled, calendar these up, okay? And and then we see down here the exams and the interview paper. Everything's all calendared up for you, if that's the way you roll, okay? All right, so that's the syllabus, all right, my friends? So the next thing that you do is you go over here, okay? And you take a look at the class, okay? Now, again, this is a team of experts, all the people that help us in terms of grading. It's a big class, 200 students, so we have to distribute the grading. We can't all do it ourselves, but Tara, Julie, and I go in through everybody's grading, and we make sure that it's very, very consistent, and you don't have to worry about that. And a number of the instructors have been doing this for years, and so I mean the TAs have done it for years, and so it's really, really consistent. Okay, alrighty, guys. So that's it. Now, communication, communication, communication. So we'll send everything out via email. You see down here. All right. So that's the first email that was sent out by your co-instructor, Julia Walsh. Slam my name on there as well, okay? And you'll see, if I go back here, I'm gonna go back in time. This is my instructor view, so it looks a little bit different. But what I wanna show you is how much communication goes on, all right? So these are all the announcements that we have made over the prior semester. This is from fall 2022. So we are constantly communicating with you. We have everything in chronological order, as you can see right here, different statements that we've made, and it's sent to you as an email as well. So check the announcement page every single week, but also check your email. This is the way academics communicate. You know, I know ideally we could just pick up a phone and I could text you. You would be more likely to say, hey, I got to take care of that, but that's not how things work, okay? Alrighty, so this is like a syllabus, okay? Everything is set up right here. So we have the weekly assignments I'm going to show you, okay? I'm going to jump into there. We have the critical short paper critical thinking assignments, okay? So there's two of those, and then we have the final interview paper, all right? So we're going to show you in here. The rubrics are laid out. It's very, very clear. You follow the rules, you get an A. It's awesome, guys. These were the two midterms. Will show up in the class. I'll show you when I click onto that in midterm 1 and midterm 2. We do have an extra credit assignment, okay? So you can do that right there, and it's I think it's 3 percentage points to knock your grade up into that next level. But once you get knocked up to that next level, do not say, oh, you know, guy, you know, I had an 85 and now I have an 88. Can I get 3 extra credit points more? No, of course not. But if you had an 87, okay, and then you got those 3 points, you got a 90, then okay, there you go. You went from a B plus to an A minus, okay? This right here, okay, is the how-to folders, okay? And this very video will be placed in there, and then a number of other how-to components to the class, okay? So, but I'm just gonna go a little bit out of order. I'm gonna go straight into this how-to folder, okay? So how to get an A. So I'm gonna take this video, okay? This is the same one I did last year. There's poor Bella, okay? So sadly, our dog, 14 years old, passed away, okay? And in December, she was awesome, but this, you know, part of the aging process. So we had grief, and then, you know what? You know, a sad ending like that often results in a brand new, exciting new beginning. And so what we did is we contacted the rescue, and we got 2 brand new short hair pointers, Desi and Lucy, and it's crazy time right now. At 1 year old, you can imagine, okay? And so we'll introduce those guys into the class as well, okay? This is how you use Turnitin, okay? So you click right there if you've never used Turnitin, okay? And so the thing about the paper, you cannot send us, oh, this is the timestamp on my Word doc. Now that is editable, okay? What happens is you follow these rules right here, you're gonna get a turn it in receipt, okay? And that turn it in receipt is your legal document to say, yes, I did submit it, okay? We can, on the back end of Blackboard, see everything that you're doing in terms of how much time you're spending in Blackboard, all right? So just do understand that, okay? So these are all the different steps that you go through, okay, in terms of turn it in. And there it is. There's that beautiful turn it in receipt, okay, with your submission ID. That is a legal document, okay? Alrighty, so that's, one aspect of the class, okay? We go backwards in time, okay? How to avoid plagiarism, okay? So when you do turn it in, okay, you actually will get a score, okay? And if you look at it, you say, God, man, that's 25%. I got to go back and fix that, okay? And you just don't do a bunch of quotes, okay? Use your own words, a few quotes here and there, okay? Everything has to be cited. Everything has to be cited, okay? This shows you how to do your posting and discussion board right there. So you click on that, all right? And it goes a boom, 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 boom. And it shows you all the different ways that you do in terms of posting. Oh, look at that. Who's that? That's me and your your co-instructor. That's both of us at 5 years of age, which is pretty awesome, okay? All right, so that's how you do that. So just you can read through that if you don't know how to use a discussion board, okay? Awesome. If you're new to the class, this is what you do to add, okay, on and on and on and on, okay? All right, if you want to check your old quizzes, you just click on the number in your gradebook and the actual quiz will pop up, okay? And here's other information you might have. So that's the how-to assignment. All right, so this is the start page. Again, the announcements, don't forget, always check. There, Julie said hi, okay? All right, so what do we need to do? We need to take a look and see what the weekly assignments are like, okay? So everything is free. You don't need a book. And what's cool about this course is we are constantly updating it. So it is, we're gonna have a whole section on financial planning, which is super important. Our challenge for you guys is to set up your own Vanguard account or your own Fidelity account, some type of investment company. And we are constantly updating the federal rules on investing in terms of how much you can put in, whether it's an individual retirement account, whether it's a 401k or 401(b). So this is all in here, and so we have to update it because it changes every year. All right, so that's right there. Okay, you look at the class, and every single week has reading interactive material. It's all laid out, okay? You see the dates right here, okay? Starts on the Monday, the materials are due here. So this is a reiteration of what we looked at in terms of the syllabus, okay? So just keep your eyes on the due date and get into a rhythm, okay? So let's take a look right here. So this would be why population aging matters, okay? So my video right here is going to go right there, okay? And then I'm going to have a video that's going to go through the curriculum for this week, okay? So this is a great video. So we have lots of really cool videos. And then it says right here, we want you to read from forward through trend 5. So I'm going to do a separate video where we're going to walk through this information together, okay? And this is a kind of a mind-blowing how's it about population growth and in the changes that are happening in terms of what's called the demography or the distribution of the age groups, and we see that they're all color-coded right here. This is a figure that is drawn from this one right here. Okay, all right. So that's what that's all about. What we encourage you to do on a separate browser, then you open up the reading quiz, okay? And so that you can read the material, listen to the video, and then at that time you can do the quiz, okay? All right, now I'll show you an example of doing that right now. So first of all, I'm gonna go back to, again, last semester's. We're gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna look at the weekly assignments right here. Okay, guys? All right, it's coming up, very cool. And you'll see, the difference between last semester and this semester, okay, is you see the videos are right there. So this is the how-to video and that I'm making right now. And then this is the first lecture right here, right? And I can track who's watching what on YouTube as well as what's going on in Blackboard. So you can go backwards in the browser, or you can click right here, okay? And what that does then is it takes you down here to another week. So let's take a good look at, maybe we'll look at cancer, all right? So that's a pretty heavy session. So you're going to get trained in some really relevant biology. You're going to get trained in economics. We know that actually a majority of our students are business majors, or even if you're a biology major, you don't realize how much business is going to be important to you. So we've redirected a big part of this class to be economics and business and aging as well, all right, to make it very relevant. So here's the lecture that actually Julia and I do together on cancer, okay? Here's the assignments, okay? Here's some of the relevant information, okay? And then you go down here, okay? And then you see there's the discussion down here, all right? So we have the discussion and we have the quiz, all right? So that's how that works. So that'll be every week. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get out of here and give you an idea what I would do if I was in your class right now, okay? So I'm gonna go back to my browser right here, okay? And I'm gonna go into your class right now, which is this one right here, okay? And I would just open up, a second browser like this, okay? And then I would go to, say, if we were doing week 1, because we are doing week 1 right over here, okay? Sorry, right there, boom. Okay, so we're going to go to week 1. I'm going to get out of here, all right? Same information, okay, but what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up my reading quiz, okay? All righty, so I would hit begin, and there it is, okay? So you get 5 multiple choice questions right there, okay? So you can just go back and forth from reading and look at the quiz. Now, the reality is for these questions is you're not all gonna get the same questions, all right? So we have large pools of questions, okay? So there's 5 questions you're gonna get drawn from about 30 to 35 questions that are in a pool. So it's randomized, okay? Some of these same questions may get and show up on the midterm, okay? But there'll be new ones as well. So we draw from that same pool. Anyways, that's what you do. You get these things done, right? You can do this by yourself, but you can also do it as a team. It really doesn't matter. We just want you to learn the information, okay? So it's okay to do these quizzes with your friends. Every step of the way, you choose an answer, you hit save answer, and then you hit save and submit, and then your quiz is submitted, okay? So that's the way that works, all right, guys? Pretty straightforward. So that would be my take on it, okay? All right, so then you come down here and we had the discussion, all right? So this is this first discussion, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the image of Desi and Lucy right here. It's not here right yet, okay? But we will put it in, okay, for you. And then this is just an older video of me about what I'm all about. And yeah, you'll hear about, my passion with athletics and surfing. Anytime you're an athlete, you're always on the injured reserve list, okay? So I'm nursing a torn hamstring right now that I did a long time ago. I actually did it in September, and I've been coming back. And so, yeah, I surfed a little bit over Christmas break. What a Christmas break, too. The first half was like 80s and perfect for surfing, etc. And then the second 2 weeks was just nothing but rain, okay? Crazy stuff, guys. Okay. All right. So yeah, you do your discussion, So if I was doing discussion, I would just come in here. All right. And you see that we already have one right here. All right. Beautiful. Thank you, Arta. All right. So I would click in here in Arta's and I would reply to Arta's. Okay. But if you go back over here, I'm really cool to hear that we have a business administration major right here. All right, so why am I talking about replying? Okay, you're also going to create a thread right here. So so I would go like here, I would click right here. There's Bella, okay, and then what I would do is I would make a commentary right here, okay? All right, and then once I do whatever, I'm addressing the prompt you see right there, okay? And then I hit submit. Now the way the discussion works, and you can check this on the syllabus, okay? To get full credit, all right, you do your primary prompt, and that's half the credit. Okay, so whatever you do, and then you have to look through and respond to 3 of your classmates. All right, so how would that go? So you would just go, again, backwards in time, and I would come in here, and I would read, for example, Arta's discussion section right here, okay, and then I would hit reply, okay, and I would do that 3 times, and that's basically what you do, and you do that every single week, okay. So just get used to this rhythm, all right, okay, perfect, okay. All right, so we see, and that's the way every week is run, right? So we can go back over here to the weekly assignments, okay? And it really doesn't matter which week we choose, that's the way the week is run, okay? So we see right here, I'm gonna stick it right in there, all right? My video, and here's the assignment part of what you're doing right here, okay? And then we come down here, and so we're doing with Alzheimer's there and psychological aspects of aging. Here's your quiz and here's your discussion. All right. So you guys will get very, very used to doing this again once a week. Okay. Remember the algorithm: primary post and 3 posts for your friends. Okay. And then you get full credit. All right. You do the work, you get an A. It's really straightforward, guys. All right, over here, these are the writing assignments. Now, one thing you can see here is um, everything is available, so you can work ahead, okay? You just have to remember to get that 3-in-1, but you are welcome to work ahead. I'm gonna go backwards in the browser. So if you really, really wanna boom, 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 more power to you, okay? But what's gonna happen, guys, okay, and you have to remember this, okay, is that these will shut down every week. So the discussion, okay, and the quiz that is for this week will disappear next week, okay? That's the way you have to stay on track, okay? And if you have problems, do not wait till the end of class or even the middle of the semester. The second you have a problem, you contact Julia immediately. Julia is the course administrator, all right? So you contact her right away, okay? And we can work with you. But if you wait to the bitter end, that ship has sailed. All right, so you have to remember communication, communication, communication. And we work with you. We do not want you to fail. We want you all to succeed. Okay? Awesome. All righty. So that's the way this weekly assignment works. Okay, we see right here, you are welcome to work ahead on this as well. So these are your 3 writing assignments. Okay, so it's all laid out. What you're going to do, I'm going to create separate videos a week before each of these is due. And you can see right here, this is the YouTube video that I created last semester. So I'm going to make a new one this semester. Okay, and this gives you kind of everything you need to know about this first writing assignment. Okay, here's the rubric. This is what we're looking at. So you've got to make sure that you do 1, 2, 3, 4 each of these criteria, 5 to get the full 10 out of 10 points. Okay. By the way, sorry, I'm doing a little ADHD thing. When we grade the discussions, you get 0.75 points for your prompt, and then 0.25, 0.25, 0.25 for the 3 classmates, all right, that you are communicating with or that you're addressing their prompt, okay? You're replying to their prompt, right? So the total is 1.5, okay? And in the end, remember, we already showed you how everything is weighted in terms of the grading. And I can show you that in a second and how it's all laid out in Blackboard, okay? All right, so here it is right here, okay? You upload it right here and get your turn it in receipt, okay? Here's the second one. This is financial planning, okay? Again, if you want to work ahead, you're more power to you. And then the last paper right here is the paper where you interview. These are some questions that you can use. You can also change it up a little bit based on your needs, okay? All right, we see right here, midterm 1, it's not here, all right? So this is open for an entire week. You get 2 hours unless you have OSAS accommodations, and then we can change each individual's time limit when they're doing the midterm. But you have 2 hours, 60 multiple choice. You'll see you can boom, 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 whack this thing out, okay? It will show up for this entire week, and you can do it anytime you want during that entire week, but you'll have 2 hours to get it done. Same drill for the second midterm right there. Okay, awesome. And then we have right here extra credit. Okay, and it's coming up. There. Okay, so, and this is a brand new extra credit. We've never done this before. We love videos. We love interactive components, okay? So here it is right here, a conversation with yourself when you're 65 years old, okay? So that's what that's all about. All right, guys? I think that pretty much does it. You know, my email is jwalsh@usc.edu. If you got a problem, you can call me, 949-292-5198. We can help you out. Don't forget, Julia Walsh is the one who you are contacting if you have any issues. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, so, all right, my friends. So, good luck with this class. You're gonna love it. Everything's gonna be fine, and enjoy the ride.